Hey, you.
Yes, Mr. Nolan.
Oh, now. Now, look, baby, nothing could be as tough as that.
He's left me.
You mean for good? Well, how do you know?
Oh, he left a note.
Ah, well, you never ought to married him in the first place.
I never did.
You mean he led you astray? Why, the dirty rat, one of them gigolos, huh? Oh, no, don't cry, baby. He ain't worth it. Look, I still think you're a swell dish, and that deal is still open. Now, how'd you like to go on cooking for me the rest of your life? How'd you like to be Mrs. Dan Nolan, huh?
Oh, you don't really mean that, Mr. Nolan. It's only that your kind stomach's gotten the better of your good heart.
No, it ain't. I've always dreamed of coming home after a hard day at the rackets, tired and worn out. And curling up before the fire with a good cook.
Oh, you're very kind, but I couldn't possibly marry you, Mr. Nolan.
Oh, I get it. You're letting me down easy. You're still in love with that James mug, huh?
Oh, he's not a mug. He's sweet, and he went to Harvard.
But look, that ain't a skirt for you. Hey, Flash.
Yeah, boss. Say, who do you think's got his picture in this paper?
Now, look, Pantywaist, stop reading Superman and listen to me.
No, this ain't Superman. It's James.
James? You mean our James?
Yeah, look, he's getting married today to a society dame.
Here, let me see that. Evelyn Fletcher and James Buchanan.
You see, his name ain't even Boynes. Boy, does that point me up.
We'll be married today at the wedding chapel.
What I tell you, his name's Buchanan.
No, it ain't. His name's Mutt. Get the boys, Flash, and tell them to meet me in half an hour.
Okay.
I'll show that guy he can't do this to the cook I love.
Evelyn.
Jim. Oh, Jim, you mustn't come in. You're not supposed to see me in my wedding dress until the ceremony.
I've got to see you, Evelyn, and I've got to talk to you.
But, darling, there isn't time. There's the wedding march.
Evelyn, I'm not going to let you make a mistake.
Yes?
Pardon me, it's time for the ceremony.
Well, we'll be right there, Reverend Tuttle.
Thank you.
Now, what do you mean you won't let me make a mistake?
Well, I think you'll be very unhappy with me, Evelyn. And if you want to call off the wedding...
Call off the wedding? Are you crazy? What about all... I mean, are you stark staring mad? Yes?
I hate to keep bothering you all the time, but the guests are becoming restless.
We'll be right out, Reverend Tuttle.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Buchanan, I'm waiting for an explanation.
Now, look, Evelyn, you don't care anything about me. I know it. You know it. The whole town knows it.
What's that got to do with it? Yes, come in.
I do hate to keep annoying you this way, but the ceremony... Oh, dear me, what's that?
All right, everybody. Just stay put and you won't get hurt. Stand to one side, Grandpa.
I beg your pardon, I'm Reverend Tuttle.
Oh, well, stick around. Well, if it ain't our little James.
Well, hello, Nolan.
What do you want? Get out of here.
That's just what I'm doing, lady. Come on, James. I want to have a little talk with you.
He can't go. He's getting married to me.
Not on my time, he ain't. Come on, James. Move, and move fast. You too, Reverend Tuttle.
I?
Get going.
By all means. You'll excuse me, Evelyn?
Stop! Come back! You can't get away with this, James Buchanan. It's a trick. And I'll sue you for breach of promise. I'll sue you for $50,000. I'll sue you for $100,000. I'll sue you for...
That's enough, Flash. Okay, now let's get this thing over. Joan, you take hold of James's mitt like Reverend Tuttle says.
Mr. Nolan, I refuse to be the bride at a machine gun wedding.
Now, see here, Nolan. I'd like to ask you something.
You don't ask nothing. You've been trifling with her heart, ruining her cooking, and now you're going to marry her.
But who said I wanted to marry him?
You told me you loved him not 2 hours ago.
She did. Did she say that? About me?
Sure, right here in this room. Go ahead, Reverend, and make it short.
Do you, James Buchanan, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Buchanan? Did you say Buchanan?
Sure, Jim Boynes and James Buchanan are one and the same guy.
Love, to honor, and...
Buchanan?
And...
You're James Buchanan?
And cherish, and will you please keep quiet?
Yes. The one you told me about. The one who's so sweet and understanding. Remember? I was so noble and so romantic. I cried and begged you to come back.
As long as you both shall live.
I do.
Oh, how could you?
I can't go on with all this disturbance.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Please, sir, there's no need for gunplay. you, Joan Masters, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Go away
to
from
love,
me. Leave me
honor.
alone.
Joan, wait. You've got to listen to me. You said once you were in love with Jim Buchanan.
To love, to honor.
You said that already.
Well, I have to say it to both of you. As long as you both shall live.
You were laughing at me all the time, getting a great kick out of kidding me alone.
Well, do you take him for your lawfully wedded husband?
She does.
In sickness?
Joan, darling. I love you enough for two men, Jim Burns and Jim Buchanan. Look, I've got a great solution. Why don't you commit bigamy and marry both of us?
In sickness and in health.
I don't want to get married. I don't want to have anything to do with men. I don't want to marry anybody.
Whom God has joined asunder, let no man put together. Oh, no,
Joan, dear, don't you understand? I love you.
Oh, Jim.
Whom God has put asunder. Oh, dear, what do I mean?
You mean you pronounce a man and wife okay to marry? Boy, does that give me an empty feeling.
Does it really, Mr. Nolan?
Yes, it does. Come on, let's go out to the kitchen. I'm hungry.
Thanks to Adolphe, Humphrey, and lovely Priscilla Lane for a really delightful comedy. And full credit to Ed James for his excellent adaptation. Incidentally, friends, we hope you've all enjoyed our show tonight as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. We're pleased and proud to present the great stars of motion pictures to you every week in the Gulf Screen Guild Theater, for inasmuch as they all donate their performances, Gulf is able to give the money they would ordinarily receive to the very worthy cause of the Motion Picture Relief Fund.